So I'm back in Red Deer, and it just but like I gotta learn a lot of things about responsibility, and but when I'm working, I gotta get I gotta like I gotta really be on my toes, and all that. But lately I just well, the night before I just broke into crying, broke down and cried, and just like sometimes things don't good. They say that good things come to those who wait, but I gotta keep doing what I must do and follow direction and all that. But like I remember reading an article about about a phrase that has been overstated, but people don't want to work anymore, even after the pandemic is gone and all that. So but in the States they're facing a labor shortage, and like and I need to understand too, as a millennial, I'm not entitled to what I want. I gotta work for it. That's why they call it work for a reason. And you know what? Even Gen Z is becoming an entitled generation. Like, 'cause I know my proprietor's grandson, one of them, is going to work on the heavy machinery, because I don't know what, but we're always being beaten over the head with these non-stop images of the ultimate lifestyle, and you know what? Just ignore that. I don't need to be reminded about the pressure that we get put on by the marketing. So you know what? Go with what makes you happy and all that. You can't just expect everything at once. I mean, you gotta work for it. So I'm just making this monologue to tell everyone that we all gotta work for what we want. And in the U.S. they pay more on welfare than they do at jobs, and a lot of people in my generation and the one after that, they see everything through it as if they're entitled to what they want to do. So I need to realize that if I want a job that I want, I gotta work for what I want. I gotta work, and that's, if I want that job, I just go out there and try and find that job. But it's just, job market is so hard, and like in the healthcare system, they gotta cut down on middle management and start hiring more nurses. And the conservative government's trying to erase the debt by cutting back on public services and make people start working in private services. You know what? It was because the previous NDP government put our province in debt. But you know what? People are now realizing in so many things, and it floors me to realize that it just like trying to give up that lifestyle is just gonna have you shaking in your shoes, and you really, and I mean, this paradox of our times means like every step forward we take, we're taking 3 backwards every time. So we're just basically, just, like, I mean, the irony of our times is that we have guided missiles but misguided men. And how many years does it take for a dream to come true? 10, 15, 20? I mean, like, what am I mean, I don't know how many years it would take for me to realize to get what I want, but it could take 20 years. Like, I don't care anymore. So, you know what? Just grow up, Tell yourself to grow up, And you need to, in the age of current, they can, like, they can, but I don't know what to say, but like, people normally would stop for you to cross, but in Red Deer, like, most of the time they don't. Sometimes, and I need to be more aware of my surroundings. It means if I'm going to be out on my own, because I nearly got hit probably a few times, and that's just basically it. But anyways, like, it's just real. Like, are we actually thriving off this paradox? Like, it's just paradox is what makes everything so interesting. It's just paradox what we live off from, what we feed off from, what we talk about, discuss in our circles. We've tried to clean the air, but we've polluted our soul. We split the atom, but not our prejudice. And we're aiming for higher incomes, but we have lower morals. Yeah, it's all these science holics that are doing the dirty work for these climate change things. But it's a natural phenomenon. You gotta learn. Now they're saying that when climate change happens, like that it will, our weather's gonna be very terrible, and like our winters are going to be more harsh, and it's and I mean, like, 75% of the eligible Albertans have received at least 1 dose, and over 50% of them are fully vaccinated, including myself. But we just gotta but please, get your vaccines, so that you're not like, you have a lesser likelihood of developing severe symptoms. Like, I mean, call me an SOB or whatever, but I don't care what other people think. Like, the way I dress and, and all that. Like, I mean, I would dress for work, but otherwise, like, I wouldn't care much about what people think of me. And, like, anyways, I'm gonna sign off and say, you know what? We know what we should do. We know what we must get done, and we know how we can get out of this. So, till next time.